Hey Cancer, welcome to your channeled messages and guidance reading. I hope you're all feeling well, doing great, all the good stuff. If you're new to Soul Embers, hi, my name is Andrea. I hope you find something within this reading helpful and you can apply it to your life in a way that it helps you make a positive shift. Everything you guys need to know about me and the readings is in the description box below. So check it out, as well as my contact details for those of you that would like to reach out for a personal reading. I would love to do one for you. My contact details are below. So channeled messages. A reading requested from one of our beautiful viewers. Thank you for your request, and I'm more than happy to do this for you. Obviously, we'll see how successful they are based on the comments and the likes and if I'll continue them. But basically, this type of reading for me is primarily focused on frequency, vibration, energy, and channeling messages. There won't be a lot of cards pulled, and it can apply to any area of your life. So if you are the type that likes to see a lot of cards being pulled, this is probably not going to be your reading. Yeah, so let's have a look and see what message do we have for Cancer. What is going on? Who needs to hear this message? Cancer, I'm feeling frustrated. Really just frustrated at something. You can't seem to put a foot forward in a particular area of your life. You keep on getting delays, or it just seems like misinterpretation, miscommunication. It's one of those things. And the first thing that comes to my mind as an example is you say you're going to meet someone at a particular time, you get the time right, you arrive early, and they're not there, and you think you've been stood up, and you leave, and they arrive at a different time, and they feel the same, and there's no communication. And then finally, when there is all this frustration has built up, and these hurtful feelings, but they're not real because it wasn't the case. That's the type of energy that I'm feeling for you. There seems to be a need to take a step back and just look at why you are attracting these barriers. What are you protecting yourself by? What are you protecting yourself from? Because there is something here that you are manifesting to protect yourself. Okay, even if you don't want it, right? It's that self-sabotage. All right, so let's pull out a card and see what card we have for Cancer. And the cards are popping. Oh, I love this card. I love this card. How beautiful is this? Okay, so I'm getting already so many messages, Cancer. So I'll hold that up really close to the camera for you and zoom in. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know much about fractal images, but in a very, very brief summary, they expand our consciousness, and they help us connect to our high frequencies and see things from a higher vantage point. Let's just put it that way. If you wanted to know more about how that works, I really do suggest you look it up. Extraordinary. And to put them in cards, I thought was so unbelievably clever, or oracle cards. Very, very clever. But when I look at this card, I see just so much opportunity. So much opportunity, and where there is not only opportunity, there's the option for you to really grasp it and manipulate the opportunity and make it stick in your life in a way that is truly, truly beneficial. Take a screenshot of that, sit with the image, see what feelings come up, see what thoughts pass through your mind. Let yourself surrender to those thoughts, to those feelings. See where they take you, what feels good, what triggers you, what makes you feel uncomfortable. Take note, and what within that image makes you feel that way. What do the colors mean to you? And does the number 27 mean something in particular? I mean, this is definitely about you coming to the point of completion of a cycle, completion of a way of doing things. I feel this is a different perspective. Having learned all these lessons, if you feel that you are repeating certain things in your life, Spirit wants you to know you have a different vantage point. You have the option of looking back in retrospect and seeing how these situations have previously ended for you, what you did, how you maneuvered out of those, and what you can do differently this time. And it all gives you this, even if the frustration that lies is your inability to make something come together, experiencing the same thing over and over again, and having the same or similar situations, let's say, patterns, and having the same outcome. Spirit wants you to know that you are now coming to the point where you've learned as much as you can from those experiences that you feel frustrated by, and you're going to feel really pushed and frustrated and out of sorts and confused and erratic, because it's time for you to make that shift. You're done with that. It's time for you to make that transition and move through that. So if this applies, let's say I'll use it with the example that I was getting at the beginning, when I was channeling the messages for you, where there seems to be a lot of misinterpretation, miscommunication, all that kind of stuff, and you start to have thoughts that are, your go-to thoughts, your fear-based, things that are fear-based from past experiences due to similar situations. Spirit is bringing this to you to show you that you actually do have the strength, and you have got the endurance that you didn't have in the last time and the time before that to make a shift in your life. And you're about to do that. I feel you're about to do that. New direction, see? Energetically, your life is ready to move in a new direction, but you have to allow for this to happen. Have you noticed that you do the same things each day? Boom, baby. I love it when this happens, and the messages that I'm channeling actually tie into the definition of the card. That you've fallen into a routine. It's time to break free from the daily patterns you've created in your life. It's time to be spontaneous. When you do this, you open your energy to the possibilities of something new and revive your passion for living. The energy of the universe is ready to flow, and by consciously breaking free of the routines and patterns you've created in your life, you allow space for the new and different to manifest. So I'm going to hold the definition up for you with the card for you to take a screenshot of, and you can just sit with that message as well, and just let it sit and resonate with you and see where that takes you. Cancer, what I'm getting here is these patterns that you feel you're continually reliving. You're no longer as engaged. This is what it feels like. You have emotionally disconnected from it, but you've become frustrated at Groundhog Day. That's all it is. I want you to think about that movie. Whoever has watched that movie will know that at the beginning, there was a level of fear. There was a level of not understanding which way to go, trying new things. And then by the end of reliving that day over and over again, just didn't care anymore. What happened? And that's what it feels like here for you. And if you wanted to rewire the way you think, or not the way you think, just the rewire so that you can be spontaneous, so that you can start to see things through a different lens. It could start with something as little as waking up at a different time in the morning, taking a different route to work, doing, if there's something that you do religiously every day, change the time that you do these things. Okay, so let me just pull out a couple of cards for you and dig a little bit deeper. That's too many. I'm so over it. That's what I just keep hearing. I'm so over it. Yeah, right. And I feel that it actually has to do with relationships, to be honest with you, with your intimate relationships. I think it has to do with the losses of those relationships. And now the opportunities here, it's new, you know, as that card said, ready to receive. And you are looking at all the losses that you've had. You're being triggered by similar types of behaviors, and you think that everyone is the same. You're going to have the same outcome, and you can't see that there is actually opportunity here for you to explore the same, but have a different result based on what you've learned so far. Not everyone is going to, I guess, respond the same way. They may come with similar types of behaviors, but how they measure up in character could be something completely different. So I'm wondering, are you basing your, I guess, are you thinking that maybe if they express or if they show a particular behavior, then they're going to react in the same way and treat you in the same way? And that's not the feeling I'm getting. You know, some will show up completely different, even if they do kind of share similar traits with people from your past, allowing them to surprise you with a different measure of their character is probably what's going to allow you to really tap into hope, passion, spontaneity, the ability to really turn that leaf and start a new beginning, as that card said. So let's have a look and see what energy can you draw on right now that will allow you, what can you surrender that will allow for this to take place? And you know, you may have been through quite a bit, Cancer, and you've lost faith in people. You've lost faith in them, and you choose not to even entertain it because you don't want to keep getting hurt. But Spirit wants you to know that the depth of those feelings, you've already healed from them. You have a completely different understanding. It can't reach you the way it used to reach you. You're a different person now. Surrender to Spirit. Oh, how beautiful. Once you have done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. And I will hold this card up, but I just wanted to have a quick look and just tell you that this is, it says here, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, and whoever this reading resonates with, my examples may not, but there may be certain things about this reading, completion, coming to a realization, endings, new beginnings, repeating cycles, that do resonate. The goal for you is, as far as this reading and the energy that I'm channeling, is for you to understand that you no longer view things in the same way and they can't reach you in the same way. That you've learned everything that you can from these repeating cycles, and it's time to step into the new. And the way you can do that is by allowing faith and belief in others, that even if they share certain traits, you may be surprised at how they come in as a response, okay, and measure up. So turn it over, surrender it to Spirit. Even if you don't feel that you want to go through that again, and entrust that and wait for someone to disappoint you, because that's what it feels like. Surrender it to Spirit, surrender it to the divine, and watch what happens. So that flow, and I'm looking at this river here, okay, and you can feel free to take a screenshot of that as well, Cancer. I can see this river here, and it was talking about that flow of the new and the spontaneous to come into your life. So it's time to let that flow occur and happen to you, and see how it can ignite that spontaneity and passion. All right, Cancer, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I love reading your comments. I do read all of them. I don't respond to them, but I do read them. And I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.